Hello again there, friends and fans. Raptor here, and welcome back to the channel for yet another first look at a city builder by the name of DYSTOPIKA. Topeka, Kansas? No, it's not. It's not a dystopian Kansas city builder. No, this is a cyberpunk city builder with style. Welcome back, and good to see you all here for a game that is in a genre that is very quickly growing, and one that I hope to see thrive. Not just cyberpunk, and not just city builders, but city builders that allow you to almost paint in a way. This game is a city building sandbox for futuristic cities with no goals for management and just creativity for dark, cozy vibes. You've probably seen something like this if you've seen Townscaper before, or if you've seen the recent Tiny Glade and many other games where you're just able to take pieces and parts and put them all together, almost like Lego, but with a certainly different feel. And that's something that's really interesting, and it's really cool to see almost 1,000 overwhelmingly positive reviews of this game, even though it's already been out for just about a week. The developer of this game, simply going by the name of Matt, is somebody who developed this game over the course of a year, traveling around Asia and going out during all the nightlife, seeing all the neon lights and, of course, the rainy cities and whatnot, really giving a vibe of cyberpunk. But really, let's all be honest, of course, Blade Runner. So if you've ever wanted to play a Blade Runner-inspired city builder, this is certainly it. Well, without further ado, let's go ahead and take our first look at DYSTOPIKA. Let's go. Would you look at that? In the course of just a few minutes, I've been able to build a decent-looking city. I'm pretty proud of the things that we've already got here, and a few things in this game are a discovery. We have ourselves a highway up top where cars are coming to and from. We've also got a dirigible over on the right side with some, it looks like neon and holographic advertising. Holograms are everywhere, including on the building on the left side, and we've got down at street level some interesting-looking, like Soviet-era brutalist architecture. Very interesting. There's like 10, 20-story buildings here, but hundreds of stories in the other areas. And this is just one style of a city that we can build. There's a few different quote-unquote districts that we could build. I believe this one is either Central BD or Lowtown, but there's some other ones too, like the New Eden, Omega Corp, and Alpha Corp. We can mix all these together to build a very beautiful-looking town. Although this town's looking a little sad, we should add some more lighting to this. So we can actually add advertisements where you see all those red dots. We can add a little bit more to the culture and kind of make it a little bit more like a commercial district. We can put it everywhere or in a few spots, and you can kind of see where all the quote-unquote businesses are now. But if that's not enough for you, you can also customize some things here. So we can put on, like, for example, this building here, something likely to happen in the future. We can go ahead and do something like this. There you go. Google HQ. Yes, they have taken over now. Yeah, so pretty cool actually, and very easy to do, and very nice to be able to do it. It's very satisfying, and certainly would be a great Steam Deck edition, if not already on there. We could, of course, take away some of that lighting too if we don't like it, and there's lots of options to adjust those things. Now, I don't see any surface level roadways. It would be kind of cool to see cars down here, but you do see a lot of lighting, and speaking of lighting, we can also adjust the time of day in which we play. So there's a photo mode, of course, in the game, as you'd imagine, but there's also a mode to be able to adjust the weather. If we want to see a clear morning, for example, we can see that, or maybe a clear sunset, which also looks really cool. Again, changing all the lighting of the town, which looks really nice, and then nighttime, and we can change the music even, changing our vibes further. We can add rain. Look at that. That's really nice. You can tell why this already has 1,000 positive reviews. This genre is already growing tremendously just to be able to make modifications like this. And this would be a great little wallpaper maker. You know, you take a screenshot just like that, and boom, that looks really cool. And I haven't really even done much yet, and I like that. Kind of blinding though. Ooh, listen to that. You can hear chatter. There's like radio chatter going on in the background too. If we zoom out further away from the city, that's kind of what you can hear too. A little bit more chatter. But yeah, very nice to be able to build in this. There's also another higher level of, yeah, look at that, of weather. We have low fog, and then something known as pea soup, which is kind of a combination of fog and rain. So it's a real heavy mix. You could barely see through that. But that's a real cool vibe. I love that a lot. A little easier to build in clear because you can see what you're doing, but it kind of removes a little bit of the mysticism of the city. Looks like a factory there pumping out some beautiful pollution. Look at that. So let's go ahead and maybe start more on this city now. We could delete everything we have here and start from scratch, but this was literally just 3 or 4 mouse clicks. And we can also adjust the buildings and rotate them too. We can make them higher or smaller, and we can rotate. And these are kind of like anchor points for the rest of the city. So if you make those bigger, it kind of makes another city around it. So it does seem to kind of easily work with you to adjust the density, where I guess you could call this low density, because these are all now the medium and high density, because these old medium density buildings are nothing, with the population probably being in the billions. All right, let's go ahead and start over. A great way to do this is you could either bulldoze everything, or you could start a new game. So if you hit escape, you can go to your previous screenshots, or you can create a new city, and then of course you can just type in a seed. So we can go with like the very mature 42069 Bobus, and that'll be just fine. So within seconds, the game will create a new map for you. And I'm not sure exactly what's different with the seed. Maybe it's the skybox around you with the mountains and things like that. Maybe there's a shoreline you can get, or a river. I have run it a few times to see, but I couldn't quite tell. We're going to adjust the weather now to a clear day, just so we can see everything a little bit more clear, teehee. And then we'll probably make it like noon if we can. There's a way to do that. Midday, is it? Default, perhaps, is the best way to view that. Okay, so the play area is quite large, actually. Let's go with that and take a look here. There's a really large area we could build in. Yeah, that's almost like maybe the initial spot from like City Skylines or something like that. Yeah, for a game where you're not really going to be managing resources too much, that's what we could build in. Now, it looks like the game implies that there's already a city built below. You can see like a factory down there, and already street lights and maybe some small buildings. But the goal is to build like a mega, whatever you want, really. I mean, you could just build one building and call it a day. It's your choice. But let's go with some of these other things. Let's do the Omega Corp, which has like a giant pyramid. So we'll put that in the middle of the map. There you go. Oh, and you can already see the gridiron around you. Speaking of grids, if you'd like to, you could also turn snapping on. You can make like a perfectly laid out pyramid. Like you could do 3 pyramids if you wanted to. And then we could put like 3 of them like this. So we'll do kind of like an Egyptian cyberpunk city, I guess. Big shout out to Egypt. So there we go. We'll go with that. And then if we raise the size of the pyramid, we could actually like make it like a mega pyramid. Now there's a way to reset progression in this game too. Like by doing this, you'll unlock little secrets. And so as you adjust the buildings, you'll kind of unlock something that will change them a little bit. So if you make this pyramid big enough, it'll actually have the Omega logo on the side of it. And you can do different things that way. So kind of cool that the streets actually do get laid out, although I'm not sure if I like that as much here, because it looks a little, I don't know, looks a little weird to see roads but no buildings. But anyway, we can do whatever we want. We can move things around. We can delete things. I think we will ditch the idea of 3 pyramids then, and we'll just go with the 1 mega pyramid. Bass Pro Shops has actually taken over in my universe now. I've just come up with this now. So let's go ahead and make sure Bass Pro Shops take over. Where's our little lighting? Yeah, let's do this. Now, is there a good spot on the pyramid to build this? Probably not. There's not really a lot of room, but see if we can do this. There you go. Hey, you do whatever the hell you want. Now, I hope there's a way to click and drag this. It does look like there's little options for that in the corner. I haven't figured everything out just yet, but I mean, it's hilarious to do whatever you want. And the lighting here is great. That looks cool too. All right, well, let's go with the Temple of the Bass Pro Shops, and then let's do Central BD, and we'll add a few things here. I'm going to turn snapping off and freely build now near the pyramid. Oh, that actually looks like a kind of modern-day commercial area. We'll build another building there. And if we right-click, we can also change the buildings, too, within each of the districts. So this one almost looks like a futuristic, like a City Skylines DLC, where it's like kind of future cyberpunk buildings that are rather believable, actually. These don't look too crazy. But if we make them big O, you can see we can really make some neat-looking buildings. That looks very realistic. You could almost have me convinced that that's a modern city of today. There you go. We've unlocked something. And by modifying the buildings, we unlock those. And then we can, of course, rotate that for our photos. So if we wanted to take a picture on this side, the Bass Pro Shop side, we can go ahead and rotate this building by grabbing it towards the middle. And then, yeah, there you go. And then, of course, you can change it to an angle. And that looks pretty nice. I like that. So this is, I think, implied to be maybe the financial district, the bougier district, something like that. And then we can build kind of a more like the slums, which I think is Low Town. And, you know, again, you do whatever you want in your storytelling. But we'll build something like that over here. Just off to the side. Raising this building up gives us all that traffic, which is really neat. We can modify that or get lucky with that. We do it to a certain height. And we can build some other buildings nearby. Oh, look at that. I don't like that one being as tall, so we'll shrink that down a little bit. That the central building there could be like the Central Police Department. You could do something out of, you know, Demolition Man, whatever your future, well, hell, even RoboCop, whatever your favorite dystopian future movie genre is. There you go. It'll fit perfectly. All right, let's go ahead and rotate that. Now let's put another corporate office down. Lowtown will also be in command, or rather controlled by Alpha Corp. Omega Corp will be in the middle. That'll be our main corp, but we can plop down this one here. Look at that. Very hard to see all the buildings, honestly, but I like that it has some mystery to it. And look at that. Oh, we've unlocked a hologram that way. Very cool. Divine projection. Unlock the monk. I wonder if we can move that around, but we can rotate this building now. And I'm not sure what we can do with the monk there. But if we're going to do the financial district, we got to add some lighting to that, don't we? So let's add some blue lights. I think we can... I don't know if we can control the light. It would be kind of cool to control a theme. Then we might be able to paint over to that district too. There you go. So it's all starting to come together. I mean, it's amazing how quickly you can build something like this. It gets addictive to once you learn some of the systems and want to customize further, you can do it that way. Let's see if we can put a police here. And we can also change the color, I think. Oh, that's really nice. That's cool. I think we could change the color by choosing here, although I feel like we should be able to freely do that. There's the Alpha logo. We can put that on this building here. Don't have to. We can put whatever we want here. We can make that an Arby's if we wanted to. And then let's do one for the Omega Corp, which I think is here. Yeah. Very cool how the game doesn't fight you. So many games make it so difficult to build things because they're kind of a stickler for overlapping or for things being too large or too small. Here it just works right with you and just kind of lets you do what you want within reason. Within rules. And again, this is made by one person. This game is like, what, I think $6 to $7. And just made it for fun because he was traveling Asia and had some ideas for cities like this. And it just looks so cool. And there's a few small features I would recommend, but this game also is a full release, but I don't think that this developer is going to just stop here, and will add fun things over time with more inspiration. But I mean, what more could you want in something like that? This looks so damn cool. We gotta add more. Let's add some more districts. So we have the Alpha and Omega districts. We have Lowtown and Central. Let's try New Eden. This might be the bougier residential district. Let's try that. Maybe up front. We'll put it right over here. Oh, that looks weird. Let's put down another building and another one. Wow, these buildings look like the most futuristic of them all. Truly. Oh, we can make a massive skyscraper. Look at that. Whoa. Hey, and we've unlocked a whale. All right, it's a mobile game now. I didn't realize. Now we've found the whale hologram. So yeah, little secrets to unlock that way. And if you want to reset your profile or send that to, you know, somebody else you want them to play and start over, there is a way where you can reset your profile down here. So you can basically delete everything that you've done and rediscover it all over again, which adds for replayability kind of later down the line. Over here on the left, this really looks like the Omega Corp, like, you know, employee area, like where all the employees would live. Add a few more little pieces of decor. Look at how this looks now. If we zoom in, I could just see it. We've got like 24/7 parking. We've got like ramen shop, possible gun store, you know, mod shops where you can modify your chips or whatever, you know, in your brain. Pretty neat. Let's go ahead and add some more stuff. More Lowtown, I think. And I would love to see, and I haven't discovered everything here, but I would love to find maybe some sort of way to add like a mass transit, like train systems and whatnot. You did see a highway at the beginning going over what now is our police building, but in a different city, so pretty cool to be able to do that. We'll go ahead and make that building a little smaller. And we'll build another one here on the angle. Another one here. Angling that even further. This is a game that I could play for hours and just wait for time to pass. This is great for, if this is on Steam Deck, I mean, this would be great in an airport gate, or waiting for other games to download, or, you know, if you're in a queue for a lobby, you can pop this open. Yeah, we can modify this hologram. I'm not sure if there's a way to do that, but there are more holograms that we can get here. I think there's even, like, radio masts. Yeah, we can put a radio mast on top of a building if we want to. That's neat. We can also put down some blimps or dirigibles with this here, I believe. So we can put that down maybe over this city. And that'll go fly around for us. And then we can also do a couple other things too. Is this another, looks like another radio tower? Oh, actually maybe a smokestack. Ah, there you go. You can make a power plant if you'd like to, off in the distance. Something like that. It'd be cool to put that in the background, but also very cool to be able to adjust the lighting for that to make it glow different colors, or to make the smokestack a little larger. Cool that it's not all just text, but we can continue to add things wherever. There we go. All right, let's goof around with the lighting a little bit, make things look different. So now let's add some rain, and we're gonna make it an early sunset. Look at that. That's just mind-blowing. And then we get to build in this. So now we went from Earth to, like, maybe Mars if you wanted to, or Venus, or Mercury, whatever you wanted, or some other planet. That's amazing. That's really cool. Also, there's kind of like a little, like, glitch on the screen, which looks neat too. Kind of a little overlay, which I believe you can turn off. It's hard to see, but it is there. A little more noticeable now with this lighting. We can also save the city if we want to. That looks really nice. I think we need something in the middle. We're missing something. Let's do more Alpha Corp buildings. Oh, we can't. Okay. Only that one building. But let's do more low town. Let's have the central BD kind of blend into that a little bit more. Try to pick some more buildings here. Okay, that's as small as they go. So the buildings start small. And they get a little larger as time goes on if you want to, you know, click on them and make them a little bigger. They're pretty cool. So definitely making all the buildings facing the same direction does imply that there's a gridiron down below. I don't see much movement down there, but we are seeing a lot more traffic in the air. You can see vehicles moving around, like hover vehicles off in the distance. Again, very cool. In the foreground and the background, very nice. Make some more large buildings here. I also do appreciate how the game does allow us to, every time that we click, it changes the building that you have selected, so you get a little bit more variety by default. But I would like an eyedropper tool as well to be able to just quick click everything. But it does kind of prevent you from making everything so cookie cutter. It does kind of force you to want to customize everything. Go ahead and add a sign here if we can. These towers. Not sure if we can. Unfortunately, no. I was trying to put maybe something on the smokestacks, but it doesn't look like we can do that here. I think we have different colors as well. That seems to be... Oh, yeah, yellow. Let's see if we can make a hospital here. With just a little plus sign. Look at that. Not centered, but, you know. It's fine. That looks cool as hell. Yeah, looking at this, everybody I think would really be a little bummed out who watches this channel and wanting a full Cyberpunk-esque city builder. And we have seen a few before on the channel. I can't quite remember their names off the top of my head. It's been a few years. But when I saw this, I was like, oh, I absolutely played this already. And I think I did. There may have been a demo or something of DYSTOPIKA a little while ago, I think, or it was some other game. But certainly it's a genre where when you see this, it's like, wow, I want this. Have I played this? What is this? I need this. Like, at least that's how I feel. Go ahead and add some more lighting to the ground. This actually might make the city look a little more alive on the surface level, too, by adding a little districts here and there around the Omega Corp in the center. Definitely just trying to get ready to build a beautiful looking photo. And it certainly looks cool. That pyramid in the middle is great. This the Alpha Corp here on the right side looks great too. It looks like it's much older. And I love the large cables coming down from it. It does remind me of some of the buildings I've seen in, more than likely in Blade Runner. So I like it. I like it a lot. Let's go ahead and change the, oh yeah, that's kind of blue. I was hoping that would be more purple. There's also an undo button, too, to make things easier. Not sure if there's a way to scale these things, though. But there is something here. Oh, for little holographic images. So that's interesting. So if you want to do that, you can. We have extra large on those, too. Let's just place that on that building and see what that looks like. Okay. Oh, and we can right-click to get different images. Look at that. So I assume that each different billboard does give different art. Yeah, there you go. So each of these will provide a different piece of art if you right-click on it. So very nice. Let's do medium. Place 25 decorations. We just got an achievement for that. Wow. And let's go ahead and take a look at medium with horizontal. Very cool. Mall's very nice as well. Wow, that looked cool. That really looks cool. I was gonna not like that, but I actually do. The size of that billboard looks really cool. We'll go with that one. Let's go ahead and go. We'll go with the ladies. There we go. And a couple of. That one looks fine too. Very nice. Okay. And let's see what else we can plop in there. There'll be some sort of a projector here. Put that on one of these buildings. Oh, that is how we produce traffic. Okay. So that is almost like a holographic projector, but it creates road traffic. Look at that. Oh, wow. Simcopter is reporting heavy traffic here. That looks amazing. So that's how I got that on there. I thought maybe perhaps by extending the size of that building it would generate the traffic, but no, it's actually like an emitter. And you have to just toy around with these things to find it. Here's another emitter too. Wow. That's really cool. I'm gonna toy around with more traffic, actually. I really like that. And I would like to see more options for mass transit and rail and things like that. But hey, you know, for like $6, you know, this is pretty damn cool. I could spend another few hours here and then come back and do it again. Go ahead and add a few more. And I wanted to go, you know, left and right just for the photograph that I want to take. This is great. So now let's go ahead and start thinking about photographs. Wow. That's really cool. We can adjust the lighting. We can adjust the weather. All the things here that we modified before can be adjusted. So we can take a screenshot there. And then we can increase, decrease fog intensity. We can move the position of the sun. And we can also adjust the fog a bit. That actually looks really good. We can lower that rain intensity a little bit. And if we can get the sun in the background, that'd be really cool. Not sure if I can get that right where I want it. Let me lower the fog. And see if we can see the sun. May need to change the time of day, but looks good too. Oh, we can also change the color of the sun. That's interesting. Oh, we can even Everything could be changed. I shouldn't be surprised. But again, this looked even more different than before. And we can also do camera movement. So we can set a position for the camera. We can set position A. Set position B, and then have the camera run through that. That's really cool. And I'm sure that could get even more complicated in the future. We can also increase the time in which it will do that. But look at that. Now, I think we can also unpause this too. So if we don't want to just have it static, I think we can unpause. Yeah, look at that. Then you can just do a cinematic intro. In a world where you haven't subscribed, the dystopia of the lack of entertainment in your life. Subscribe now. Turn on the notification bell. We're Omega Corp, a subsidiary Alpha. Sub now. Yeah, something like that. That's cool as hell. Now, again, we can then toggle the lighting a bit more. So are there some presets, maybe? Oh, there's effects too. Lightning strikes. What? Glow intensity. Oh, nice. There is so much more here. We can change the filters. Neptune. Oh, there's already prefabs. Let's go. And they've already got them made for, oh, yep, like a detective. Murph. Oh, look at that. Sin. And, of course, Blade Runner. Let's go with this one. That looks amazing to me. That blows my mind. I didn't even know that was there. I'm discovering things, too. That's so cool. And the music as well. Such a vibe. You could change to, I think, 2 different themes of music, which I think have 2 different artists which are playing throughout your building. But, of course, you can turn that off and listen to Metallica if you want to. I mean, you know, easy stuff. Man, does that look cool. Yeah. That's really cool. So if we want to zoom in a little bit, we can take a picture of that. Like that, too. I love that. That looks great. Let's try a couple other filters just because it blows my mind. I also want to see more effects, too. I want to see a lightning strike, but I don't see a way to do that. Light streaks. Oh, never mind. It didn't say lightning. It was light streaks. Okay, I thought that was possibly a way to control the weather further. Sorry. I'm getting excited. Neon, Clayton, 80 years. Termination. Wow, there's so many good ones here. Osaka, Tokyo, Hanoi, Jakarta, Bangkok. I believe these are possibly cities, whoa, that he's visited in order to come up with a style. I did like Tokyo for a little bit there. And let's change the starting location of our cutscene this time. So let's do position A. And we'll stop with position B. Let's see how this can maybe avoid buildings. Let's try it. It may cut through right through the center of a building, but it might be smarter than that to prevent collision. But there you go. I mean, a very simple premise, a very simple game for a very small price, but yet something that I could definitely want to, you know, for a lot of people making AI art, something better than that would just be the way to make or to have tools. I love the Bass Pro Shops in the background. I totally forgot I did that. Yeah, so, you know, instead of doing AI art, I think more people would get into art if they could just have some sort of control over it like this. Like if you were going to be playing Cyberpunk and you were a streamer, it would be really cool to, you know, go into a program and make your own art like this rather than, you know, having it made by an AI or whatnot. But that's still pretty cool. It looks like we can also change the lens dirt. That's what we were seeing before, that effect I mentioned. Exposure, roll, look at that. Oh, that's kind of disorienting, but I love it. That's really cool. Look at that, man. That's a winner. And then I could just be here all day. Like, once you build the city, you can spend the entire time that you built the city now going through the filters and just adding them to, like, Instagram or something. Especially if you're into dystopian games like this. So this has certainly made me want to go back and try out some other ones too. So please, please, please do me a favor. If there's any other Cyberpunk city builders that you'd like me to check out, please do let me know down below in the comments section, because I want to play some of them. I know there's one that I'd forgotten about. I'm going to have to go find on my channel even. But also I would recommend another game called Industries of Titan if you'd like to play a game where you literally manage resources, personnel, hire people, export resources, that kind of thing. This one does not have any of that. It's all just pure building and fun, sandbox-wise. But this could give way to more Cyberpunk city builders in the future. And that one I just mentioned, Industries of Titan, would be a good one to get into. Very nice. All right, everybody. Well, that is all my time here today for this game. Great to see so many people praising a simple game for a simple price with a simple premise. I think we need more of that. Otherwise, we will end up with the the AAA bulky games that are just $80 for something like this too, which is like you know what I mean. Anyway, thank you very much, everybody, for watching, and I will see you all next time. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Dino 1 Actual is out. See y'all very soon for more. Thanks for watching, everybody. Enjoy the city.